guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel, and in this video we'll be learning how to multiply fractions, and by the end we should all be able to multiply simple fractions, multiply improper fractions, and also be able to multiply mixed numbers. Alright, so the key ideas for this lesson: unlike addition and subtraction, for multiplication, fractions do not need to have the same denominator to be multiplied, so that's a real key point. To multiply fractions, we multiply the numerators and then multiply the denominators. So in symbols, as you can see here, it will just be a over b times c over d equals a times c over b times d. If possible, simplify, divide, or cancel fractions before multiplying. That makes it much easier later on. So as you can see here, we can cancel vertically and we can cancel diagonally, but we can never cancel horizontally. So take a minute, pause the video here and write these key notes down, and just unpause when you're ready to move on. Alright, so let's start off by multiplying proper fractions. And remember, before we start, always check if we can cancel anything. In this question, you can't cancel anything, so we'll move straight on. 2 over 3 times 1 over 5. That will just be 2 times 1 over 3 times 5. Multiply those together, that gives us 2 over 15. Alright, let's move to the next one. In this question, there are a few things that we can cancel. So 3 and the 9, they can both be divided by 3 and they are diagonal to each other, so we can cancel those. So 3 divided by 3 gives us 1, and 9 divided by 3 gives us 3. Alright, 4 and 8 as well, they're both diagonal to each other and they can both be divided by a common factor. And the highest common factor in this case is 4. So let's divide 4 by 4, that gives us 1. And 8 divided by 4, that gives us 2. So the question now looks like this: 1 over 1 times 2 over 3. And our final answer will therefore be 2 over 3. Alright, and the next question, we have 4 over 8 of 3 over 6. Of just means multiply. The same thing, they just use a different word here. Alright, let's cancel stuff first. There's quite a few we can cancel here too. This time we're cancelling vertically. So 3 divided by 3 is 1, and 6 divided by 3 is 2. So this is pretty much simplifying. And 4 over 8, 4 divided by 4 is 1, and 8 divided by 4 is 2. So now our question is 1 over 2 times 1 over 2, or half times a half, and that gives us 1/4. Alright, so moving on, you guys pause the video here and take a couple of minutes to work through these questions. Once you're done, just unpause and we'll go through it together. Alright, so the first question, once again, there's nothing we can simplify here. So that becomes, so the question is just 1 over 5 times 2 over 7, which equals 2 over 35. Pretty straightforward. Next one, there's a couple of things we can cancel here once again, and this is diagonally. So 4 divided by 4 is 1, and 16 divided by 4 is 4. 5 divided by 5 is 1, and 15 divided by 5 is 3. So the question is now 1 over 1 times 3 over 4. That gives us 3 over 4, or 3/4. And for this question, I can see one thing that we can simplify. We can simplify the 3 and the 9. They're both divisible by 3, so that gives us 1 and 3. So our question is now 1 over 4 times 5 over 3, and that gives us value of 5 over 12. Alright, let's move on to the next topic. So this time we're going to multiply proper fractions by whole numbers. So a key point here, a whole number can be written as a fraction with a denominator of 1. So 21 as a fraction would simply just be 21 over 1, and 32 as a fraction would simply just be 32 over 1. Alright, now let's work through these together. 1 over 3 times 21 over 1, that will be our question. And check if there's anything that we can simplify. The 3 and the 21 can both be divided by 3. So 3 divided by 3 is 1, and 21 divided by 3 is 7. So our question now is 1 over 1 times 7 over 1. which gives us 7 over 1, and our answer is 7. Alright, let's move on to the next question. So we have 2 over 5 times 32 over 1. That is what it becomes. Check if there's anything that you can simplify. I can't see anything. So 32 times 2, let's work that out. That becomes 64 over 5. And remember, always make it into a proper fraction and simplify where possible. So I'll work that out. 64. 5 goes into 64 12 times, the remainder of 4. So our answer will be 12 and 4 over 5. Alright, pause the video here and take a minute to work through these questions by yourself. Alright, I'll go through this one together. Question becomes 2 over 5 over 35 over 1. Let's divide both of these by 5. That becomes 7, and that becomes 1. So our question is now 2 over 1 times 7 over 1. And that gives us a final value of 14 over 1, or 14. And the last one, 5 over 6 times 16 over 1. Let's cancel diagonally here. They can both be divided by 2. That gives us 3. That gives us 8. So our question is now 40 over 3. And 40 goes in, 3 goes into 40 13 times. And that gives us a remainder of 1. So our final answer becomes 13 and 1/3. Alright, now let's move to the last topic. We have multiplying improper fractions. So, this is the second last topic, sorry. So when you multiply improper fractions, it's exactly the same as what we've been doing before. You multiply the top together and the bottom together, and always check if there's anything you can cancel first. So just pause it here and have a go at these questions first. Alright, I'll go through these together with you now. 5 over 3 times 7 over 2. There's nothing that we can cancel, so multiply them both straight away. 5 times 7 gives us 35. 3 times 2 gives us 6. 6 goes into 35 5 times. That gives us a remainder of 5. So that is our final answer. Now for this question, I can see a couple of things we can cancel. We can cancel the 8 with the 4. They're both divisible by 4. That gives us 2. That gives us 1. And the 5 and 15 are both divisible by 5. That gives us 1, and that gives us 3. So our question then becomes 2 over 1 times 3 over 1, which equals 6 over 1, and our final answer gives us 6. Alright, give yourselves a tick if you got those correct. And moving on, this is the last topic, multiplying mixed numbers. So mixed numbers must always be changed to improper fractions before multiplying. We learned this before. This is a quick recap. When changing mixed numbers to proper fractions, just multiply that big number by the denominator. That gives us 6, and then add the numerator. So that gives us 7 over 3. Same thing here, 5 times 1 plus 2. That gives us 7 over 5. There's nothing we can cancel here, so just jump into the multiplication. 7 times 7 gives us 49 over 15. And 15 goes into 49 2 times. It goes in 3 times, sorry. And we have a remainder of 4, because 15 times 3 is 45. And we need 4 more to make 49. Alright, let's move to the next one. Change it to improper fraction first. 6 times 4 gives us 24, plus 1 is 25 over 4. Same with the second one. 2 times 5 is 10, plus 2 is 12, so we have 12 over 5. Alright, now let's simplify. Diagonally, they're both divisible by 5, so that gives us 1, and that gives us 5. Diagonally, these are both divisible by 4, so that gives us 1, and that gives us 3. So our question is now 5 over 1 times 3 over 1. That gives us 15 over 1, and our final answer is 15. Alright, now pause the video here and take a couple of minutes to work on these questions, and unpause when you're ready to go through them. Alright, welcome back. Let's work through these together and give yourself a tick if you've got them correct. So changing them to an improper fractions, 2 times 5, that gives us 10, plus 1, that's 11. So we have 11 over 5 times, once again 4 times 2, that's 8, plus 1, 9 over 2. There's nothing we can simplify here, so that gives us 99 over 10. 10 goes into 99 9 times with the remainder of 9, so that is our final fraction. Alright, now for the last question. 3 times 5 is 15, plus 1, 16 over 5. Same thing, change that to an improper fraction. 3 times 4 is 12, plus 3 is 15. Now once again we can cancel diagonally or simplify diagonally. Both divisible by 4 here, that gives us 1. 4 divided by 4 gives us 1. 16 divided by 4 gives us 4. 15 divided by 5 gives us 3, and 5 divided by 5 gives us 1. So the question is 4 over 1 times 3 over 1, which gives us 12 over 1. Final answer is 12. Well, that brings us to the end of the video. Hope you guys are all experts in multiplying fractions now, and hope you enjoy the rest of your day.
Boom. 2 plus 2 is 4, minus 1, that's 3, quick maths.